We are going to start with the Scotch Gambit chapter. And now you will learn all the 200 main variations in the course you must know to win with one e4. And we're gonna get started with all the variations after e5, the most played move at the 1600 level. And the Scotch is also the most popular response after 1 e5. So we are attacking the pawn on e5. The knight defends, and we are playing d4, attacking that e5 pawn twice. Black's best move is to capture the pawn. And now we are playing the Scotch Gambit, bishop c4, with the idea that we are already ready to castle. We have developed knight and a bishop, whereas Black's bishop and knight on the king side are still stuck, and we will put pressure on them regardless how they will develop. In this first part, we're going to have a look at knight f6, which is the main move at the top level and one of the three main moves at the 1600 level. And now we are continuing with e5, our signature knight hunting move, directly putting pressure on that knight. Queen e7 pins that pawn. And as we have seen in the quick starter, we use the rule of thumb that whenever this e5 pawn is under attack, we will castle and counter along the e file. So once Black captures the pawn, they are in trouble because we will first trade these knights, subsequently pin the queen towards the king. And now there's only one move Black can play to save the queen, which is knight e4. Quite some classical games have reached this position, and the move I'm gonna recommend has rarely been played. In almost all the classical games, White played f3, which is very logical. It's a move which attacks this pinned knight. And even though White also has a winning position here, this move is not the strongest, since Black can play d5, counterattacking our bishop. And if we would capture the knight, they could capture our bishop. Okay, we wouldn't be forced to do that. We could still have retreated our bishop to win the knight later. But Black can get a strong pawn center and recapture with the pawns in the center. And even though we would be a piece up and be much better, we have an even stronger continuation at this point instead of f3. And my recommendation is f4, attacking the queen with the main idea to chase away that queen and make it impossible for the queen to keep on defending the knight on e4. Now, the queen still has two moves to keep on defending the knight. Queen f5 would keep an eye on that knight. Here, one thing that we shouldn't do is grab this pawn on d4 and attack the knight again, since Black would play bishop c5, pinning the queen, and we would be in big trouble.